Hey everyone, it is The Daily Denny live, and what we normally reserve for New Music Friday is now Betty Who Friday.
Yeah, I didn't know
That's
that.
it.
Wow,
it's you. We're dedicating
great.
this entire show to the
my
queen
gosh.
of pop bops.
Wow, thank you so much. Wow.
Well, thanks for being
I
here.
am so honored.
It's
Thank
very
you.
exciting.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Who crew, if you guys are watching, now's your chance to ask Betty anything you want.
Yes.
Just holler right there in the comment section, and we'll get them right here to the iPad. But there's so much to talk to you about, because you got a new EP coming this summer.
Yes, I do.
Which is so exciting because it's your first in 5 years.
Yeah, I had my first two EPs were like when I was just a babe.
Right.
You know, it was my first thing I ever put out was an EP.
youngin'.
I know, gosh, I'm ancient now. So, you know, it's been a while since I've done something that's it feels a little bit less pressure. You know, an album is so like.
Yeah.
I'm so kind of like addicted to the process of putting together a record and making it perfect. And so to put together an EP, it's a little like simpler for me. I don't have to be as crazy about it.
Really?
Yeah, because albums are so much longer and you want them to feel like it's a story. It takes you on a journey, right? And so an EP is more like, you know, it doesn't have to feel as, I think, cohesive, or it's like, no, it's just as like see what I did?
A taste. Do you guys get it?
Yeah,
Name of a single?
Yeah.
We're going to mention it many more times. But you're right, because you don't have to worry about the flow of songs. You just have to worry about the songs that you care about.
Totally.
Right? And put them out.
Totally.
So Betty Part 1 is the name of it. June 15th is the release date.
Yes.
I mean, I know it's your first in 5 years, but you've been busy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, since that last record.
Yes.
I mean, what would you say has changed the most about you in 5 years?
Wow. You know, probably my social life, since I don't really have one anymore.
Yeah.
No, you know, it's funny. My mom and I had a conversation very early on when I started sort of doing this, and I was crazy busy, and I was never home for longer than 5 days at a time, you know, and it's like, this is like, hashtag this is what dreams are made of, you know? And so I remember calling her being like, I miss my life and I miss my friends, and like, and she kind of like stopped me and was like, this is your life now. So you don't miss your life. You're living your life. I know, it's so wise.
I was going to say, that's
she do it.
perspective.
I know,
You know, she gave you some perspective right
Gosh.
there.
So I kind of, that's I think the thing that's changed the most is like my kind of work ethic, and just like you have to get your head around like being busy all the time, and
I mean,
being psyched about it.
Before this interview, we were talking about the long weekend. I get a long weekend. I am going to Disneyland today after this interview.
Fun.
Yeah,
Great. I'm so
and
glad.
Betty's like, no, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
In fact, should we tell them what you're doing this weekend?
Sure, we can tell them.
She is filming a music video for her new single, Taste.
Yes, I am.
Which is amazing.
I'm really, really excited. I think it's going to be really hot.
Okay, what can you tease besides that it's hot? Like, what can we expect?
I don't want to tease too much, but I will tell you that I was in the studio learning choreography for it all night last night, and there may or may not be a like high-heeled dance that is really sexy and I think really fun, and I think it'll be really fun for people to learn.
That's really good tease.
Yes.
We got some choreo.
Don't want to give too much away.
Right.
But yes.
But a dance break.
Dance, definitely a dance
You know
moment.
what? I'll take it. That's a really good tease of that. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. Yeah. I mean, the single is so fun. Taste. What a sexy single art, by the way.
Thank you.
That
I know,
cover,
my kind of Queen of Hearts, like kind of a weird like Siamese twin vibe.
You brought it. It was really, really good.
Thank you.
I heard that it was actually written about snack foods.
Yes.
Is that true?
It is 100% true.
Oh, I gotta love it.
I can't believe that I have like put myself in a position where I get to talk about like chocolate.
This is your life
I wrote
now.
a song about a chocolate kind of candy. It's a Norwegian candy.
Oh, it's like specific.
It's really specific.
Yeah.
I did a writing camp in Norway, and I was with a friend of mine in our last session, and it was me and him and two of these like lovely, like such adorable Norwegian boys who were like, oh, you've never had this candy smash? Like, you're gonna die for it. We're gonna, and they were like, I'm sure there's some around. Like, I'll find some. And I was like, it's really okay. Like, it's like 10 in the morning. Like, I don't need candy right now.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. You have to have it. So one of them literally left the studio and went to 7-Eleven. He came back like half an hour later. He like made a tray. He was like, this is this important to me.
Right.
And he went and got us this candy. And he brought us a bag of it. And I was like, damn it. It's so, it's like gross kind of, but it was so good. And I was like, why is this happening? Why did you tell me about this? I'm going to eat 17 bags of this before I fly out. And then we were kind of inspired.
Wow.
And started writing Taste. And that's how it came to be.
That's when you know a candy is that good, when you decide to write a song about it.
I know, right?
You know, some people are in the studio writing about love,
I know.
heartbreak. Betty's talking about
Not
chocolates.
me.
I love
Yeah,
it. No,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
amazing. I love that so much. You know, this next EP is also the first free of a label.
Yes.
It's the first time you really put something out on your own since you were like 19,
Yes,
right?
since I was a babe, yeah.
I mean, how has that affected your process and your writing?
It's of course like, you know, very. It's a very different time in my life now than I was when I was 19 and I put out my first EP. You know, kind of. I think you have nothing to lose because you have nothing to show for anything yet. So I think when I was really young, it was sort of just like I was testing.
Right.
You know, I don't know what's gonna work for me, so let's see what happens. And that has always actually, you know, ended up really well, doing really well for me. I think I was very lucky in that way where I didn't have to try a bunch of different stuff to finally figure out. I did that sort of privately, and the first thing I really put out I was really proud of. So I think now that I've had sort of like 5 or 6 years of kind of working in this industry under my belt, you know, of experience, I think I'm much more informed about what I want and how I want to sound and the kinds of songs I want to put out, and also like, you know, playing with, you know, taste especially is a really different vibe for me. You know, it's kind of like rock and roll. I think I recently described it as like vampire fetishy. You know, kind of like it sort of sounds like that a little bit. And so that's really different, and that's
it suits you.
Thank you.
It suits you. Yeah.
But I think, you know, maybe 2 years ago I would have been like, this is too different, and I don't know how this is gonna like fit in an album. You know, I don't know where it's gonna fall. And now I'm kind of like, no, I love this song. I want to put it out, and I know enough about myself to go like, I am willing to take a risk on stuff that I think that I love, and hope that, you know, my fans will like it too.
Because you can, like, you're free of any expectations from the powers that be, from those people in those glass buildings.
And you know, you have to.
Those people.
Those people. No.
They're very lovely, I'm sure. But like, you know, you're free to do what you want.
And I think it's just about, you know, any artist doesn't like to be told what to do.
Absolutely.
I'm incredibly stubborn. Ask my fiance. So I think like, even in my personal life, regardless, it's just like, it's really liberating and invigorating for me to be in this place in my life where I feel like I'm far more grown up, you know, than just emotionally. I know like, you know, literally, but emotionally I feel far more grown up than I ever have. And I think that I'm kind of in this place now where I really want to take advantage of that and go like, no, I want to be in charge of my own destiny. I want to like make these decisions on my own. Like, I don't want to have to not put a song out because somebody else doesn't like it. It's like, I like it. I want to do it. Like, this is my voice. This is my story. I want to tell it the way I want to.
I mean, your music is a reflection of you, and it should be.
Totally.
But sometimes, you know, you're constrained.
Yeah.
You know, there's pressure and all that. So how would you say this EP compares to the second one you'll release in the fall?
You know, we're still finishing the second one up. I still kind of don't know what exactly the track list is going to be, so it's still.
You say that like you're excited about.
I'm really excited because it's like I'm in a really great position where I have too many songs that I love, so I get to sort of handpick what is going to work out. I think on that EP. But I think actually the second EP might even be a little bit more dancey. There's a little bit more kind of like. A little more booty shaking, a little bit more. Yeah, you're already doing it. I know you feel the energy of it. It's coming to you.
I feel the bass already.
Great. You should, because I think it's going to be a little bit of that. It's going to be really fun.
Oh, I love it. Well, I saw you at the Wiltern, and you throw a dance
party.
Yes!
Oh my God, that's really fun.
You do throw a dance party, so I'm
all
only
I
expecting. Yeah, thank you.
All I want to do is for everybody to come to the show and like dance their faces off. And if you want, or if you're of age, just get really drunk and like enjoy just have fun. I want people to come and have so much fun.
I did all of the above.
Great.
So there you go.
Great.
Let's take a couple fan questions.
Yeah.
Ash from YouTube asks, are there any surprising collabs on the new release?
You know, it's funny. We kind of have talked about a bunch of different collaboration options. What's his name? Ash? You said Ash? Hi, Ash.
Yeah.
Hi. We've talked about a bunch of different collaborations that we could do, and a couple people that I'm super excited and really want to work with. But I think particularly on this first EP, maybe even the second one too, I really want to keep it like, this is, you know, this is just me. This is, I need to kind of restake my claim a little bit, I think. And I think if you're going to hear a feature anyway, it'll be on my album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
So stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of like me kind of rediscovering what I really want to do, and then get to maybe throw some fun, like kind of left of center stuff.
Well, because you also have to introduce this next era of Betty Who.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is me. The guest will come later.
Yeah.
I love that.
Hence the album, the EP title. You know, it's kind of the what I am really trying to like communicate and is like this really feels like I have discovered this whole new version of myself and I feel really different and like so that kind of this whole next project is very like I want everybody to know that no, this is me. Nobody else had a hand in this. Like, if you've been psyched before, like, cool, because it has been me still. But there's been so much sort of behind the scenes, tumultuous, emotional kind of baggage behind a lot of the old music. And I still love, you know, all my albums, and I'm proud of every single song I've ever put out. So but this feels very like deliberate, you know?
And I love that part one that actually takes on an extra meaning. Like this is just the beginning. This is just, again, a taste of who I am, right? Of who I am right now. I love that. Do you have any dream collaborations though, whether it's on this next album or another?
Many. I want to do a song with Lizzo.
Okay, yes.
So bad. I'm obsessed with her. I think she's like the most empowered, awesome lady in the biz. So Lizzo is like up there.
I see that.
Yeah,
like,
me
that
too.
Needs to happen.
I think we can make the most badass like ladies song.
I love that.
Yeah.
Brian from Facebook asked, if you could cover any song on your new album, what would you do? Because by the way, I mean, I Love You Forever is such an iconic cover. It's so good.
Thank you.
Do you have any on your list that you want to put the Betty Who spin on?
You know what's really funny is I was listening to, I love Shania Twain. There's a song that she, you know, keeping you forever and for always. I love that song so much, and I really want to do a cover of it. But the last cover I did is I Love You Always Forever, and so to do a cover of Forever and for Always, I think is like probably a little confusing.
A little too on the nose. So
I that's like my dream cover that I might do. Like I won't do it like release it. I might do like if I do like a Spotify something where I'm covering a song, maybe
BBC
I'll do it
Radio,
there. Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I love that.
So keep an eye out, but I don't think it'll ever be an official release because
it's a little too close.
A little confusing, I think.
Okay, but I'm waiting for it.
Okay, great.
I'm waiting for that one. I want to take you back to 2013.
Wow.
The viral marriage proposal.
Yes.
If you guys haven't seen it, I mean, at this point, a lot of people have seen it. A couple got engaged at a Home Depot.
Oh my God, it's right there.
Look at it. It was a flash mob to Somebody Loves You.
I can't even look at it because it makes me so emotional. Every time somebody hasn't seen it and they've heard about it, they're like, oh, I never saw it. And I'm like, watch it right now. And I'll watch it with them and I'll just be like,
so you still get emotional
100th time seeing this. And I'm like, okay. Have you seen that video of Celine when she's crying? She's doing this. It's literally me. Yeah.
I mean, so all these years, how does it feel to be part of that special moment?
You know, I feel really lucky because Spencer and Dustin are still friends of mine, and I still get to see them every time I'm in Salt Lake City. Them and all their family and all their friends come to the show in Salt Lake City. I always get to give them a hug. They're
right there.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was on our last tour too.
Just
oh my gosh.
a couple months ago, right?
Story. I have a face steamer that I like steam my voice, the gift, before my shows, and I was like holding it, and it spilled, and it's filled with boiling water. And it spilled right here in that picture. Where I'm standing with them, I have this huge burn right in the middle of my chest, and that's from my face steamer.
What?
I know, isn't that crazy?
Beauty is pain.
Oh, isn't it? God.
Beauty is pain. Oh. So how are they? I mean, they have like kids now.
I know they're adopting.
Love is real.
They are so wonderful, and it's kind of, they just complete each other in a really beautiful way. And I feel, when I started making music, I kind of. I had this goal, right, of like all I want to do is I want to make music that's the soundtrack to people's happiest moments in their lives. You know, I didn't really want to be the artist that people listen to like crying in the shower. I still make those songs because I love those songs, but I think that like more than anything, that's what. Oh my God, look at them! Look at them! They're so beautiful.
They're beautiful.
Oh my God.
It's really sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
so to have something like this happen, and I remember I saw it. I didn't know them. Obviously, and my management sent it to me, and they were like, "You're gonna die when you see this video," and I was like, "You're crazy," and then I sobbed for a million years. So I think the opportunity to have been a part of somebody's they're never gonna forget that moment. They're gonna be together forever, and they're gonna talk about how do you propose? That's a landmark in their story and their life.
Totally.
And I got to just be there and be a part of it in this really. And so I went to their wedding.
You did?
Yeah, I sang "Somebody Loves You" acoustic
Stop
as they walked down the aisles. With their moms walked them down the aisle, and I was singing and I was looking over here as they're walking down here because I was so, everybody was sobbing and I was so emotional, and I was like, I won't be able to sing this if if I look at you. So I was like, I got a little teary as well and had to keep it together. They are so beautiful and they have moved so many people. And like,
I mean, they've moved people. That song has moved so many people. I'm assuming that at this point, you still don't get tired of singing that song.
It's really funny. I get tired of singing like a lot of, as you're on tour every night and I've been singing the songs from the first EPs, I've been singing since 2013. That's a long time. There's not a single day. Somebody Loves You is really hard to perform because it's like one of the hardest dance numbers to sing it and dance at the same time, and it's the last song in our set every night, so I'm always exhausted, so that gets hard. But I'm never like, oh, I don't want to sing this song. I'm literally, every time it starts, everyone is so excited to hear it, and it's like, I don't know if I'll ever be over it. It's so amazing. Fun.
I'm shocked to hear you say that you get tired or physically tired performing that song, because I saw you and you are like bringing it with the choreography and all your like beautiful backup dancers.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Oh, they really are.
I know.
It was a sight for the ears and the eyes, guys, her shows.
I just bring them to make me look good.
I love that. Yeah. Speaking of weddings, I mean, it's been 6 months since you announced you're engaged.
Yes, I am.
How's wedding planning going? Are you planning?
I am just starting like now to plan, because we have talked about wanting to get married next summer, and I feel like I have to get my life together if we're going to do it. So I'm just starting to kind of get it together, and I have a lot of ideas.
Okay.
But it's already seeming to be quite a stressful experience, and I'm a little busy.
That's what I hear. It's
so
stressful.
I haven't delved too far into it, but honestly I don't think I have, because I'm so excited and I don't want to like be stressed out by it yet. I just want to be psyched, and we've sort of been living in engagement bliss for about 6 months, and it's really nice. I feel like I could just be engaged to him for forever.
That's beautiful.
Really easy.
But you also need to have that moment. A wedding.
I already know what I'm going to wear. So
do you?
Yeah, of
course.
course.
Do you have a designer in mind?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you do.
Yeah, I think. I mean, at least for me, I grew up going, I'm going to get married in a Vera Wang dress. That's like, you have to, right? Yeah. That's like what I've always wanted to do. So I already know like exactly what I want to wear.
That's so cool.
But everybody tells me, see, I've been saving trying on a wedding dress until we have a bunch of, because you have to like get a bunch of other stuff in place first. And the thing I'm the most looking forward to, obviously, is trying on the dress.
Oh, duh.
So I'm saving it so that I don't like, kind of, get too ahead of myself.
Sure.
And, everyone tells me, I have a bunch of friends who also got engaged around the same time as I did, that you go in knowing exactly what you want and you come out with something you never expected to get. And I'm like, no, but I don't want to hear that, because I love the dress that I want.
Right.
But I'm obviously going to try on literally everything they have.
You have to. Got to sip on the champagne, have the whole
kidding?
moment, like all of that, right?
Yeah, I got a fake tan, full hair and makeup. I'm going to look awesome.
That's
great.
So fun. You should get someone to perform at your wedding. I feel like you can phone in a favor. Yeah. Well, will you perform at your wedding? Would you want to?
I will not perform at my wedding, but I do have a couple friends who are like some of my really close friends who I've met sort of through LA and also from my college. My friend Vincent was just on The Four.
Oh, yeah.
He was like a finalist on The Four, and he's one of my best friends from college. We've been friends for years.
Amazing. Wow.
And so I've already asked if he and my friend Scott Hoying, who's in the Pentatonics and Superfruit, I've already asked if the two of them will sing Me Down the Aisle.
Done.
I know, right?
Okay. Well,
what a lineup.
I have a year to score an invite, so that sounds awesome. Let's take some more fan questions before we wrap up here. Deidre from YouTube asked, Betty, what's the craziest story you can tell us involving a celebrity fan of yours?
Ooh, a celebrity fan. Okay, hi Deidre. Let me think about it. Celebrity fan. This is kind of like random, but this is the first thing that comes to mind. When I went to a Grammy, I played at like a Grammy party, the Friends and Family Grammy party. And I was performing, and a bunch of people that I knew, and it was like one of my first times performing for anybody, like any celebrities or anybody. I'd kind of been touring. I've been playing for like 100 people in New York. It was like so low key. And I was walking up there. It was in this huge like hall that had this huge like staircase in the middle of it. It was so like fab. Everybody's making entrances on the staircase, right? So I'm walking up the stair, or I think I was walking down the stairs, and I see someone like kind of like running up the stairs towards me. And this lady grabs my hand, and I'm kind of like, there's so much going on that I'm not really paying attention. She grabs my hand and she goes, "You're Betty, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Betty, I love you. I'm Michelle Branch." And I was like, "Hi, Michelle Branch. Like, I love you too." And she was like, "I'm gonna talk to you later." And then she ran away. And I was
amazing.
like, okay. And then she did find me later, and we ended up like getting brunch and hanging out. And she's like literally the best.
Oh my God.
I know, but I was like, Michelle Branch, I love you.
My early 2000s nostalgic heart is pounding right now. That's so cool.
I feel like, I don't know why I feel this way, but I feel like there are like specific people who I loved growing up, like John Tucker Must Die was one of my favorite movies, like, of my teenage years. I loved that movie. And one of my favorite people in it was Sophia Bush.
Oh, wow.
And so now she's become, like, one of my best friends, and I'm obsessed with her. And, like, she came into my life, and she was coming to my shows, and she, like, her and her friend group found my EP, and then they booked me at an event that they were all running, like, with the intention of basically, like stealing me and making me their friend. And I was like, this really works for me. It's great. I really love you guys. And Soph and I have been friends for years now.
What a crazy life.
I know.
This is a crazy life. Kieran from YouTube is asking what music you are listening to right now. You know, in the spirit of New Music Friday.
Totally.
What are you listening to?
Hi, Kieran. I cannot get over Troye Sivan ever. So my is still to this day, like, the only thing every day I listen to it probably.
He performed it live with Taylor Swift at the Rose Bowl.
His Victoria's Secret wave,
Did you see that?
I saw.
Were you there?
I wasn't there.
Okay, I was there.
I was out of town.
Insane.
I was really sad. I actually missed the show.
Oh,
They were walking. I'm like, are you kidding? They both had it. Woo! And his Instagram killed me when he was like, I cannot believe I did the Victoria's Secret wave. and then someone goes, and on his comments, someone said, like, who are you waving to? And he says, I have no idea. I was possessed by the power. Yeah, I was killed me. I was dying.
That's so good.
I know.
Who else are you listening to?
You know what other song I love is I Want You Back by 5 Seconds of Summer.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. That's a summer bop.
Oh, my God. The first time I heard it, I was like, what a song.
Yeah.
Obviously, the new Shawn Mendes album came out, and I was actually starting to listen to it on the way over here, and it's so
In My Blood, I love. Yeah,
it's so like Kings of Leon-y.
Okay, yes.
And, like, it's just, like, his whole record.
John Mayer's on it. Yeah, it's supposed to be major.
I think that Shawn is, like, it really excites me. Shawn works so hard. Like, I only know this because we have the same voice teacher, and he tells me how hard Shawn works, like, in his lessons with him, and, like, I think he sounds incredible.
Yeah.
I think he's so talented. I think we have, like, needed an artist like him for a really long time, and for someone to come from, I think people have a lot to prove when they come from the internet. Like, I feel that way. I had this viral video, and now I'm like, I have to, like, stake my claim as being kind of. So I think Shawn, you know, he came from Vine, right? And so I think he's somebody who could have been like, oh, he's that Vine kid. And it's like, no, look at him. He's a star. And his songs are so good. And I think he's so talented. I'm super psyched for him.
John Mayer even said he's John Mayer, but better.
John Mayer loves him. It's really funny.
I love that. I want to end on this note.
Okay, great.
We're having
so much fun.
We can talk for like 30 more minutes, guys, but we do got to go. But you know what? June is Pride Month, and you have so many LGBTQ fans. I mean, what message do you want to send out to those fans in particular, ones who are inspired by you and your music?
You know, I think I feel really, like, blessed and lucky to have been sort of fallen into this this world where I get to play a bunch of Pride festivals. And I say this all the time. You know, Pride is literally exactly that. It is a celebration of people coming to be themselves and to celebrate who they are fundamentally, regardless of what anybody else thinks that they should be. And I think that is one of the most beautiful and kind of important things that I feel like I've learned so much being a part of the LGBTQ community and being an ally. And I think that if I had, like, a message, it would be like, keep being you, because I feel this way all the time, and it's, you know, in my life around my music, anything, it's like there are so many people every single day who tell me that I should do something differently or be different. From close friends and family to thinking, you know, everybody has their own life and everybody's the most important person. Everyone's the star of their own movie. And so I think so many people want to impose what they think you should do onto you, and I think trusting yourself and, like, knowing that nobody can make the best decisions for you except for you, and believing in yourself in that way is like the thing that has helped me, like, grow up and be confident and love myself.
There's no better gift than to know who you are and then to live it, to be it, to own it.
Unapologetically, too.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
like you literally, I've seen, you know, sometimes I talk about seeing performers where it feels like them being on stage is, like, sort of an apology, like, sorry to take up your time, and it's like, own it. Like, this is your moment. Like, your life is your moment. Yeah, be psyched to be here, and, like, don't apologize for being you, literally ever.
It's like Beyonce said at the end of one tour, she goes, I'm yours, so thank you guys.
You're talking about the I Am tour?
She did!
I have it in my iTunes. It's one of the only things that's downloaded on my computer.
She goes, I am yours. Like, I will do this as long as you guys will have me.
And then she goes down.
I'll holla.
Yeah! Okay, Okay, so we're gonna have to do like a screening night of the I Am tour.
All the tours.
Okay,
I have them all on DVD. Okay. Do we just become best friends?
I think so.
Oh, I love this, you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with us. I hope you had a blast. Enjoy the long weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday with a brand new Daily Denny. Until then, download.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, go stream and download Taze Betty Part 1 out June 15th. So go cop that. All right, you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.